Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Mr. Frisco's Real Estate Podcast. I am Mr. Frisco, your trusted real estate expert. Today in my podcast, we will be diving into the Frisco housing market for September 2024. If you are buying, selling, or simply interested in Frisco's real estate scene, you are in the right place. My guest today is Bob Johnson, President and CEO of BobMortgage, HP Wealth Partners. He's a partner and co-founder there, and BX Media partner and co-founder as well. And today I will introduce you as well to the three empires brewing in Frisco.
Meet Mr. Frisco, a realtor selling residential real estate in Frisco and far North Dallas. As a former professional athlete, track and field, and strength and conditioning coach, Mr. Frisco immigrated to the USA 20 years ago with $50 in his pocket, a suitcase, and zero English to pursue the American dream and build a successful real estate business. Hardworking, persistent, customer service, and detail-oriented, Mr. Frisco strives to secure a smooth closing on his client's biggest investment, their home. He puts his experience and knowledge to serve his clients the best way possible. Building his business by referral allows him to maintain relationships with his clients and serve them even after the transaction is closed. This is Frisco Realty News with Mr. Frisco.
So let's start with a Frisco real estate update, your go-to source for the latest insights on the housing market. Today we are diving into the current trends in Frisco, Texas real estate, whether you are looking for homes for sale in Frisco, Texas, or connecting with real estate realtor in Frisco. We have got all the details you need. Let's start with home prices. In September, the median price of an existing home in Frisco was $637,500. That's down 6.7% from last year and 1.9% drop from August. But if you are buying, this could mean a window of opportunity to explore homes for sale in Frisco. The inventory is also higher with 571 homes on the market, which is 56.9% more than the last year. However, the number of homes for sale decreased by 5.5% compared with August, which keeps the market competitive even as sales have slowed down. Home sales dropped 24% year over year, with only 130 homes sold in September. Compared to August, sales fell by 20.2%. But there is a good news for the sellers. In Frisco, pending sales are up 2% from August, showing that demand is slowly picking up. On average, homes spent 37 days on the market in September, which is a 76.2% increase from the last year. So it is taking longer to sell, but the Frisco, Texas real estate market remains a strong seller's market with 3.6 months of inventory. That's your market update for Frisco. So if you're thinking of buying or selling, don't hesitate to call me to guide you through the process. So now it's time for my guest, Bob Johnson, President and CEO of BobMortgage, partner and co-founder in HP Wealth Partners, and co-founder and partner at BX Media. Hey, Bob. Good to see you. Long time no see.
Victor, it's always great to see you, my friend.
Me too. Always. So, you're in mortgage business. For how long have you been in the mortgage business?
Well, my NMLS number is 4084. So if that tells you anything, I think they're up to like 10 digits now. I got in September of 1996. Yeah.
96.
So 20,
All right.
28 years, right? 28 years.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So when we met, that was some time
That
ago.
was
man.
a while back, man.
We were young.
We were young.
We were young and beautiful. We're still good. All right. Yeah. But you were with direct lender, I believe, correct?
Yes. Well, yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think I only really worked for one company, like had an employer, so to speak. But outside of that, I've been self-employed, owning my own companies really since about 2000. I had one stint in there with a company, and then it's been pretty much on my own since. Yeah. So we're a mortgage broker. So we're a mortgage brokerage firm, licensed in Texas, California, Florida, Tennessee, and Oklahoma.
Okay. When we met, you were still Bob Johnson. I was still Viktor Taushanov. Now you are BobMortgage, MisterFrisco.
Yeah, we met before. We met before the Apple Watch came out, because that story is really interesting. You know, I'm at a happy hour that I threw, and a buddy of mine who's a realtor, he goes, "Hey, I want you to call my watch. Let me show you what it looks like." And I called it, and he showed it to me, and it said Bob Mortgage, and I'm like, "Dude, that's really cool, but why do you my last name's Johnson?" He goes, "I don't know what your last name is, dude. I just know you're my mortgage guy." So that's how it came. That's how it came about. I walked outside, bought the domain name, and that's when I turned it into a brand, because nobody remembers Johnson anyway. And then, yeah, you're MisterFrisco, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, but time is flying. So when did you start the brokerage?
This particular brokerage I started in 2020. Wonderful time. So this one in particular was 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand the difference between a mortgage broker and the direct lender and banker and wholesalers. Can you shortly explain
absolutely.
What is the difference?
Yeah, so you have three main ones. You have a bank, which is an FDIC depository bank, right, where you go in and deposit your money, right? That would be a bank and a direct lender. Then you have a banker. Now, a banker is someone that you don't deposit money with them, but they are the ones that's going to underwrite the loan, but they're still going to go use a bank to access funds to lend you the money. So they're somewhat of a middleman because they're still using the bank to do that. And the broker is someone that's not tied to anybody, that just goes and finds the best wholesale platform, much like a banker, a wholesale platform to do the loan. So the banker itself is the bank. Then you have the mortgage banker, which is still beholden to your underwriting guidelines and everything, and the broker just gets to go wherever they want. So when I looked at the platforms, I just felt that the best platform would be that mortgage brokerage platform, since I wasn't going to be tied to any one lender, any one set of interest rates, or any one set of underwriting guidelines.
Okay, so brokers can shop for interest rates or better conditions for the borrowers. Is that a true statement?
It's 100% true. I remember, okay, I've been in this a long time. Most of my career, I'd probably say 90% of my career was spent as a banker, right? I thought and felt that I was able to provide at that time the best possible platform for that consumer getting the loan. And very well possibly I did. But as the brokerage community got better, as the wholesale partners to that brokerage community got better, the brokerage platform became far superior for that client to be able to get the best product at the best rate, at the best cost. Because the brokerage doesn't have they don't have the overhead. We don't have underwriters, closers, funders, shippers, insurers, middlemen, vice presidents, executive vice presidents. So our cost to cure that loan is really, really low. So we're able to then go out in the marketplace and pass that savings on to the consumer.
All right. Well, people don't know that I'm a realtor. When they meet me, hey, how is the market? Well, market is always good, by the way.
I would agree with your statement on that, right?
Yes.
Everybody says, when's a good time to buy a house? Now.
Always a good time
Always
to
a good
buy
time
a
to
house.
buy. Yeah.
Yes, always a good time to buy a house. That's a true statement, by the way. But that's the question for me. I bet that the question for you is, hey, Bob, how is the interest rates? Where are they going to go? So, Bob,
Yeah.
where the interests are going to go? Do you have the crystal ball?
Definitely there's no crystal ball, but I can give you some pretty good guidance because we also get fed data and we really analyze it. I mean, I always have said, don't trust people, trust numbers. When it comes to stuff like this, right? You have to trust the data. The data tells you everything. We have lower interest rates today, but unfortunately they're higher than where they were since the Fed reduced the interest rates by 50 basis points, right? And let's be straight. I'm sure your audience knows the Fed funds rate is not mortgage rates. So when the Fed reduces the Fed funds rate, they're reducing short-term borrowing cost, things like credit cards, cars, things like that, what we're paying for those types of things, not your long-term mortgage rates. So the market had much of that already priced in, our expectation of a rate cut leading up to that September meeting. And then once the meeting happened, Fed Chair Jerome Powell made statements, made comments that wasn't really leading to a positive outcome for the markets into that next November 6th and 7th Fed meeting. And so we've been seeing interest rates actually slide up since their rate cut.
Okay. What is driving the interest rates on the mortgage market?
Right now, I mean, you have the 10-year Treasury, right? The 10-year Treasury is going higher because of inflationary concerns. You have just obviously all global issues as well. China. I mean, there's just things that will impact short and long-term understanding of what we feel the market's going to do, because bonds are forward-looking. Mortgage market is forward-looking. So if we're projecting that we may not see as many rate cuts or we may not see as large of a rate cut in the next meeting, then we start pricing that in before the meeting ever happens. So before that September meeting, we were looking at it, the markets was looking at it and saying, you know what, there's going to be maybe 3 or 4 rate cuts to at least the tune of 100 basis points that we would go down in 2024 and then continue in 2025. Now, we're not thinking there's going to be 4. We're lucky to maybe even get 2 more. Could be just 1. And so the bonds pricing started pricing that in, and that's what's causing interest rates to come up a little bit, slide up. Because I mean, now we were in pretty close to the 5s. We're pretty close to a 5, a 5-spot rate. Now we're pushing 6.5 on a 30-year no points, right?
So the bonds actually are the one that is driving the mortgage market, home mortgages.
Yeah.
Insurance.
The treasuries and mortgage bonds. When mortgage bonds are down, interest rates are up. When bonds are up, interest rates are down. Right.
All right. Where are they going to go? Up or down?
I think when you look at the long term, meaning second quarter of 2025, we start to kind of expect things to change and come down a little bit more. But a normalized market isn't 2 or 3% on the interest rate scale, right? A normalized market may be 5s, right?
5 is still okay.
Yeah, it's 5s. Today, to give your audience some context, today I can still get somebody in the 5s.
Okay.
Think about it. I mean, like, we as a broker, we have the ability to still be able to get somebody in the 5s on an interest rate, but that's paying points. And so don't get fixated, right? I always say rate's the distraction. Don't get so fixated on an interest rate. Let's talk about the market, the why you're buying. How should we spend your money? What's that time to recover the money spent on the rate that's given, and see if there is a need to refi or not refi. And then depending on what the hold time is, you may say, you know what? I don't need the the rate buy down. I'm good with where I am, or I can still go ahead and take the rate buy down because I'm going to be in this house 7 to 10 years, and I'm okay not refinancing if I don't think the market's going to improve enough in 18 months.
All right. Well, talking about money, wealth, interest rates.
Yeah.
I see that you are in a wealth management business. You entered wealth management business, which is new to me. I mean that you are in this business. It's a HP Wealth Partners.
Yeah, HP Wealth Partners.
All right. So tell me briefly what exactly you do there with the wealth management.
Yeah. So my partner, Kelly Perkins, has been in the industry for 30 years. So much like me in the mortgage side, right? And we found ourselves doing a lot of the same things. I'm evaluating clients' profiles from the lending side, looking at their income, their assets, their credit, just looking at all that stuff and seeing that their investment stuff wasn't tight, right? They had a lot of misguided information that they weren't being put into. They were basically being put into funds, EFT. They're putting into the things that just weren't really making the market the way we needed it to be. So my partner and I decided, let's go into business together. Let's build a platform that could ultimately change the game for our clients from a wealth side. So we're managing liability and we're managing wealth from the lending and the wealth side.
All right. And last. You in the media business, okay? Videography on stuff that you said. It is BX Media.
Yeah, BX Media. Yep.
What you do there?
So that one is it's a company that handles video production, video editing, podcast, virtually or in studio. We do drones. We do photography. It's just a video production company that we service a lot of realtors, lenders, insurance, influencers. It started out because I needed that for myself. So 5-6 years ago, whatever, I needed that service. I hired my partner now at the time, right out of film school. He started doing it for me, following me around, doing the videography and everything. And then ultimately we turned that into a business because everybody said, I love what you're doing. I want you to do it for me. So we turned it into a business model. And now he runs that company.
All right, you're running a busy life, man, with a family and everything, and it's kind of a family business as well. I know because Jennifer, your wife, that I know very well, she's your marketing person still.
Yeah, she's my wife first and foremost. 28 years being married, and then we've been working together in all aspects of every business together. She basically, if you ask her what she does, she manages me.
Hey, I'm all over the place. That's a difficult job.
I'm all over the place, but it's fun, man.
I know. And that two of your girls, they play volleyball. I know they're very involved in sport and college, and you're running a busy life for sure.
It's a blessed life, man. I tell you, I don't know how I deserve to get this, but I have two amazing, beautiful daughters. One at Loyola Marymount University, plays beach volleyball out in LA, and then one at the University of Texas, and she plays beach volleyball there as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Bob, thank you for coming, man.
Oh, yeah.
I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your time here. And so everyone, if you need mortgage or wealth management advice or just a video, just call Bob.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Victor.
And if they would like to reach out to you, tell me how.
You can, easy way. My cell phone's 214-770-5626. It stays with me. I great via text. Don't call. I don't check voicemails. Just text me. I'll figure it out, right? Otherwise, you can just go to my website, BobMortgage.com or HPWealthPartners.com.
Wonderful. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate you attending my podcast, and I will see you around, buddy.
See you, man. Appreciate it, Victor. Take care.
So as you know, we don't just talk about homes on this podcast, but all the amazing things that makes Frisco such a great place to live. Today, I want to introduce you to one of my favorite local spots, Three Empires Brewing, right here in Frisco. Located in the heart of our city, Three Empire Brewing is the perfect place to grab a craft beer and enjoy the community. As a real estate expert, I always tell my clients that living in the neighborhood with a vibrant local business like this one really adds value to your lifestyle. It's more than just having a local watering hole. It's about being part of a growing, connected community. What makes Three Empires stand out? Their craft beers are brewed on site, and there is always something new on tap. Whether you are into hoppy IPAs, refreshing lagers, or both stouts, they have got a brew for every taste. Plus, they rotate their selection seasonally, so you will always have something new to try. But Three Empires isn't just about the beer, it's about the experience. They have created a warm, welcoming environment where locals can come together, enjoy, drink, and connect. Whether you're hanging out in the top room or relaxing on the outdoor patio, you will feel right at home. If you are a homeowner in Frisco or looking to become one, places like these add to the charm and convenience of living in the area. As a real estate expert, I know that having a great local business nearby can really increase the appeal of a neighborhood. And Three Empires Brewing is a perfect example of why people are drawn to Frisco, not just for the beauty of the beautiful homes, but for the lifestyle too. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to my MisterFrisco YouTube channel for more updates on the local business, real estate tips, and everything you need to know about in Frisco. Thanks for tuning into my podcast. Until next time, cheers.